back over than me. Lil' mama, my sneaky free. We be fucking, we keep it discreet. Ain't no need to tell nobody. She won't fuck on me all the time. Lil' mama, you stay on my mind. I can't wait till I can't get behind. I bust it and put it to sleep. Then I wake up back over than me. Lil' mama, my sneaky free. We be fucking, we keep it discreet. Ain't no need to tell nobody. She won't fuck on me all the time. Lil' mama, you stay on my mind. I can't wait till I can't get behind. I'm sneaking the fuck it. It's like I'm in love, but don't nobody know. I just hit the dough, she fresh out the sauce, she trying to taste the bowl. It like she a nymph of a siege on my freak, so it's attractive for soul. I tell nobody what we be doing, don't need let my partners know. Look, baby, you put on the show. I love how you working that pole. I ain't supposed to look at her eat it, but I wanna taste some more. You got a nigga on go, you got me crashing for show. I'm just here for you that I don't do for the man, oh no. Your long hair, your light brown, your body set like a coke. You got me ready for soul. I don't drink, I know, but I won't try to bowl. The things you doing, whoa, the shit you doing, you saying, I won't let nobody know. I bust it and put it to sleep, then I wake up back over than me. Lil' mama, my sneaky free. We be fucking, we keep it discreet. Ain't no need to tell nobody. She won't fuck on me all the time. Lil' mama, you stay on my mind. I can't wait till I can't get behind. I bust it and put it to sleep, then I wake up back over than me. Lil' mama, my sneaky free. We be fucking, we keep it discreet. Ain't no need to tell nobody. She won't fuck on me all the time. Lil' mama, you stay on my mind. I can't wait till I can't get behind.
If we fucking, little baby, really I ain't saying nothing. Under my pic, she ain't posting nothing. I tell her to get it, she don't want for nothing. She sucking me off, I don't ask for nothing. She fucking with me, he don't make enough. She fucking with me cause he don't fuck her rough. I throw her around like an animal. Then eat that little baby like Hannibal. I keep that little pussy real red and real juicy like cantaloupe. This strictly fucking, we cantaloupe. This only fucking, no feelings hurt. She texting my phone when he go to work. I'm pulling up on her, she getting work. I see her in public, I don't even know her. I'm fucking her later, she don't even show it. I swear her pussy's amazing, and we ain't even debating. Top 3, she ain't 2, and her throat game is crazy. We drop a line and we roll 2, and I fuck her till morning. And nobody even know it.
Yo, we are tapped in. We are tapped in. We are back for another day, another case, some more fools, and we finna try to find out who did what they did. Lord have mercy, I would have sneaky freak 2 times, and I'm feeling freaky that morning. Y'all, you know what I'm feeling this morning? I'm really feeling thankful. I'm really feeling thankful because it is Thursday. That means it is Friday, Junior. That means we are one day away from being in band camp. I'm excited about band camp. We've been on a little breaky that break. I've been over there on the left coast, the west coast, the best coast, and I only got 2 more days on the east coast, and I'm back to the west coast. So, hey, I want to enjoy some band camp before I get back out in these streets, before I get back outside. So make sure you following my girl Modest Moments, the conductor of the band camp, for a good time tomorrow at 6 p.m. Central, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. Tap in to the band camp. But right now, you are locked in. It is Thankful Thursday here in DaOnes Detective Agency. We at the water cooler. Let's get into it.
Welcome to work, detectives. It's time to start another day. Warm up with your friends and get yourself together for the case.
So, today is Thankful Thursday. And we always start off every Thursday with tell Uno something that you're thankful for. For me, I am thankful for the man I am now. You're like, what? I'm thankful for all of the friends that I met along the way that took the time to say, you know what? You ain't my type of friend. These are for all my friends. I'm thankful for all the former people that used to be in my life that cut me off. I'm thankful for all the backstabbing that I got. I'm thankful for all the betrayal. I'm thankful for every time that I helped somebody and they weren't able to show the love back. I'm thankful for every time that I helped someone and they still made me out to be the bad guy. I'm thankful for everybody that spoke down on my name, because if they hadn't did that, I wouldn't have this man that I am today. All of that forged me to be me now. And I'm thankful for that. Yes, I'm thankful for those tears that I shed. Yes, I'm thankful for all the moments. I am. I'm thankful for all my obstacles, because when you get to sitting back and being reflective upon your life, and you think about, oh, just write it down. Write down every traumatic event that you can think of that happened in your life. Write it down. You probably have pages. You'll have pages of things that you probably like, damn, this happened to me, this happened to me, this happened to me. And then every time you say, well, damn, this happened to me. Damn, I'm still here. Dang, this happened to me. Damn, I got a purpose. This happened to me. God must have kept me. This happened to me. This is my purpose. Once you start going through and seeing, like, a lot of people shouldn't survive what I survived. A lot of people shouldn't have been to where I am now, going through what I went through. But God kept me. It's mustard seed season. So you let me know what you thankful for. I'm thankful for every roadblock, every stumble, every mistake, every thing that I did wrong in my life, because that gave God time to correct me, shape me to the man that he created me to be. So I'm thankful for that. Y'all need to let me know what y'all thankful for. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what y'all thankful for. I ain't even got no earbuds in. I hope y'all can hear me clearly. I don't know. I'm rocking out like this today. I'm in the raw. I'm raw dogging. I ain't do no blinkers. I ain't do no blinkers yesterday. We ain't blinked one time. We ain't blinked 182. We ain't do no blinkers. If you was tapping in with me yesterday, y'all know that I told the story about the blinkers. So and then one of my little booze, I was chatting it up with her, and she asked her older but young son, like, well, you know what a blinker is? He was like, hell yeah, this whoop the whoop the whoop whoop whoop. He was like, oh, if you do that, why you gon' she was like, oh no, you did that. Well, I said, my daughter done, she done finessed me. Y'all, I ain't finna lie to y'all, but I'm even scared to hit my jump. It's still in the whoop the whoop. I ain't. Cause after you do the blinker jump, after you hit the blinker and that thing blink, 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 and it starts singing and doing all the song and dance, y'all, you be sitting next to Jesus. You be like, hey, what's up, big dog? Boy, you handsome, boy. That's what you be to be high as hell. Yeah, I ain't doing no more blinkers. I'm gonna stick with the regular weed. That just made me realize I'm an OG, bro. I'm an OG, bro. For real. I thought in my mind mentally, I was like, well, I'm here. I'm with the youngsters. Cause y'all know I always take up for the youngsters, bro. Boy, woo, that blinker done blunked me. Blunked me. Yeah, I made that up. That blinker blunked me. I'm out. Hey, y'all, let me know in the comments what you thankful for. You know, when I get to calling that roll call, you know we finna do that. You know we finna go up. You know we finna have a good time. Hey, today, boy, we got about the case today we got is called Boy Scouts and Games. We got the YCs. We got a group of YCs on our hands today, y'all. Y'all know these YCs. No, these YCs take that thing to another level. Don't they take it to another level, y'all? Every encounter we had with a YC on the show, it's been a doozy. Every time. Y'all let me know in the comments. Every time we come up on some YCs or a YC, what are they guilty of? Let me know. Let me know in the comments what cases we encounter when we deal with these young YCs. Y'all know what YCs is. The opposite of a YN. That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all, we locked in. We having a good time. I'm ready to have a good time. I ain't roll up no joint, so I'm gonna be rolling up a joint during the goddamn situation. But before we get into that, man, y'all know y'all got to spin by that highway, thehighwaycollection.com. That is where you can get all of your drip needs. You can be fresher than fresh. You can be cleaner than clean. You can be You can be Timothy Hernandez, or you can be Timothy Latrell Jenkins Hurrity, yeah. But you can be fresh, high quality fashions. You see it right here. High quality fashions at an affordable price. Tap in with that boy Young Tate. If you put in the discount code Uno, that boy gonna get you some money on back on what you buy. Your boy Uno want to just show you some love for showing me some love and support by coming and spending your time with me every single day. Even swap ain't no swindle. Tap in with the highwaycollection.com and get all your drip needs taken care of. When we come back, man, well, actually, let's go ahead and get into the roll call, and then we finna kick the case off, man. I'm ready to do some work today.
Roll call. Hurry up, detectives. It's time to work.
We are in the building. I'm turned, y'all. I'm feeling good. It's my boo. Hey, first detective in the door this morning is the one and only. Hey, if Sergeant Early bring his ass in here late, the day we are putting him on desk duty. He's going to desk duty. Hey, y'all. Great conversation over there in that one detective agency group this morning. You know, yesterday we kicked it off. Like I said, if you wanted to be a part of the work group, yeah, you should have hit me up on Facebook. It is only available on Facebook. If you private and you don't want nobody to know your name, hey, I ain't tripping. I ain't doing no tripping. But when we come on here and we be having little inside jokes and whoop and carrying on, don't be like, I'm too private to be a part of a family. I ain't doing no tripping. I just appreciate you being here. It's always love. I ain't gonna treat you like no clown. I ain't gonna do you like that at all. I'm gonna love on you. And I'm gonna make it feel good to you because it's gonna be a bunch of fireworks when you kick it with your boy. Have y'all ain't never been with a real nigga before? Here I am. What Rick Ross say? Here I am. Oh, let me get in this roll call. Hey, my girl, Miss T in the building, man. Hey, Miss T. Hey, Bookie. I hope everything good your way. I hope we having a good day so far. We kicking this thing off for real. Hey, welcome to the One Detective Agency. Clock in. If y'all ain't clocked in, y'all know y'all ain't finna get no money on or no check. Hansy gonna be here tomorrow. Hansy got a lot to talk about because he's been getting complaints from y'all. Y'all ain't been doing right in this detective agency. You've been locking people up. You've been calling people out their name. You've been putting away innocent people because we don't give a damn. So, hey, he coming to talk to y'all again. And he said, please do not talk to him about no money. Tomorrow is not about no money. Y'all got paid. Y'all other check, it should be going direct deposit. If you're not getting direct deposit, that means you didn't put it in right. Hey, Miss T, she said, good morning, Modesty. Good morning. Yes, sir. We in that thing tomorrow. It's my boo in the building. Good morning, Muff. I hope everything good your way. I hope you have it starting off with a good day. I know you weren't at 100%, but you got a little chance to be better today, better than you were yesterday. And I hope you are. I hope you at least, you said you're about, I hope you're at 99.99, at least if you ain't 100. But, I hope you're feeling good. Thank you for being here. Amen. I'm thankful for a great pillow. I am also thankful for my mom being who she is. Amen. Because you know what? A lot of people they don't even got a mom to be good or bad. She gone on to glory. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm thankful for life, health, family, and friends. Important things in life. Absolutely. Done blunk. Hey, I blunked myself right on out the door. Blunk out. Hey, it's my girl Thea in the building. Hey, Bookie. Good morning, good morning. I hope everything good. Joe Wade. Let's see. Just got word that one of my these people be pissing me off, man. Stop calling my motherfucking phone, bruh. Stupid ass. Like, I'm over it. I'll keep your Sorry to hear that, man. Thoughts and prayers go out. At least I hate to hear that. Praying with you and for you all. Oh no, I ain't gonna be sitting next to Jesus. I was me and me and Jesus had a real good conversation. We was talking. I said, hey, I've been falling short. But I done blunked out and I just seen you so practical. Can you take me back? I won't blink again. Not blink again. For 2 days straight, I just like this. I ain't even blink. I ain't turning no blink. I was just driving straight. I just drove straight. I ain't even blink my eyes, and then I was scared. Hey, make sure you tap into that boy, young CEO Tay White. You know we got the y'all messing with it, the best video reaction show out. Tay getting him a new situation. You know what I'm saying? You know how you charge to be tripping sometimes. He's put it in. I'm always talking about 1% won't even charge, but it got a lightning bolt on it. So take getting this phone straight. I just went through the phone problems. What? Boy, them folk know. Them folk be knowing when it's about time for an upgrade because they start doing all the rigmarole to your phone, man. Apple do. Straight up. Your phone be working good as hell. On the day it say you done had it long enough for your upgrade, that mug get the tweaking and cutting off and going hot and all kind of. I say, but them folk full of malarkey. They know what they be doing. They got them trigger them phones to act the fool, and then you got to come twirling your little happy self in there with no money that you don't got no $1,500 to throw away on a phone, and you just throw it away because you need that phone. Them folk know what they doing. Yeah. What's up? Hey, yeah, not early. We finna put that boy on. He on vacation. He gonna call me talking about, hey, bro. Nah, where you at, Earl? You're all the way live this morning. They turned up. We happy to be alive. You got to be happy to be alive. I can't wait to get here. Yeah, HR gonna be here. I don't talk to y'all, man. I'm here on desk duty. My phone having a seizure. Oh, see, everybody going through the phone. Them folk know what's up, man. Them folk know what they be doing, man. Sorry to hear that, Sharon, but I'm glad you here, boo. Hey, man, Sharon, I know that like oh too well. Sharon, my phone had me out of commission almost 2 weeks. Well, y'all know my phone was turning off in the middle of the show for about 2 months. I thugged it out. Here it is right here. Ain't no cracks in it or nothing. It just, I did too many videos on y'all messing with it. I edited too many videos and ran out of RAM. Dang. Sharon, nope. Don't cause nobody to seize the day. Yeah, listen. She dropped her phone. Sharon, you got Butterfingers. What you had? A little popcorn butter on? You dropped the phone. Y'all, man, we done did this roll call, man. If you see one of your detectives that ain't in the building, man, go tell them folk we done started work. We finna get ready to start in, man. Hey, anybody that come in after this, they late. They ass on desk duty. Y'all ready to kick it off? Let's get into talking about the EYC, man. Let's do that, man. I'm ready.
Here this morning, police are looking for a
the only detective agency capable of handling these grotesque and obscene cases. Look no further than the Ones Detective Agency, where evidence does not matter. We lock you up and figure it out later.
Hey, what's up?
The Ones Detective Agency, with your captain, Uno the One.
Oh, my fault. I was jugging. To that mug. Ooh. Y'all ready to get into this the case of the Boy Scouts in games? Let's see what EYC talking about, man. YC.
To be honest, I wanted to kill someone for a long time. It's like an urge, and it was kind of.
Yep. Whoever said that, put him in jail right now. Put him in jail. Whoever that was that said that right there, we need to.
You're cuffed, detective. Cuff him. Cuff him now.
A time that I could get it out.
You are that sick fuck.
Steve was pretty much excited. It definitely wasn't his first time. It was like, yeah, it's awesome. You'll get used to it, Chris. It gets addicting, but we'll take care of it.
When an inconceivable.
That boy say it's addicting. Killing somebody is addicting. It's scary at first, but you'll get used to it. Like, You'll get used to being a. Let me show y'all these folk, man. This is what y'all want to do.
Unbelievably brutal crime
Pay
rocks the
attention.
small town of Mount Vernon, New Hampshire. Police and residents.
Oh, we ain't never been in New Hampshire now. We ain't never been in no damn New Hampshire. Y'all what? Ooh, let's see what fool these folk is. I ain't even meet
alike
nobody
are
from New
desperate to stop the monsters before they can strike again. But as the hunting case begins to unravel, they soon realize.
That boy say, but modesty, he ain't even, not only did he say it's addictive, that boy say, hey, don't worry about it. You'll get used to it. If not, we'll take care of it. Just so matter of fact, just so calm. I'm digging in my goodie bag each and every day, trying to find out which strand of Mary Jane I would like to partake on while I look at the EYCs. But the bro was like, yeah, you'll get used to it, my boy. I don't want no homeboys like that. They're going to get me straight on killing. Why you couldn't start a business? Why we couldn't be a little goddamn Nintendo Switch club? I don't want to be a team of killers. I don't want to get used to that, bro. The hell?
That no one could have prevented the truly evil acts that were about to be set in motion. As it would turn out, a group known as the Disciples of Destruction would stop at nothing to make their twisted dreams of violence, horror.
Oh, we got a whole crew of YCs. Disciples of Destruction. Bitch, y'all ain't no WWE wrestling stable, nigga. The Disciples of Destruction will face off against the Fabulous Freebirds tonight. But get y'all, boy, I beat y'all Spirit Squad ass up, boy. Get on out of here, man. The Disciples of Destruction. You look like the disciples of your mama and daddy gave y'all. Boy, let me get back to this story.
And gore, a sick reality. And yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, modesty. Who the hell to live in New Hampshire? Let me hit this button over here for these folks over here on IG, man. I hit it. I started it 20 minutes late. But hey, they could have been selling cold cuts. That's what I'm saying. But y'all could have been out there doing the work of y'all in New Hampshire. You probably a Mormon or something. 7-day events. Y'all know y'all supposed to be on them damn bicycles with them helmets telling us about the word of God. Talking about you disciples of destruction. But somebody should have whipped y'all.
Not everything went according to their plan. The killers soon learned that one of their victims was actually still alive.
What they do to the girl, man? What they do to this lady, man? Told you, Muffin. She said, goddamn, now. There's a whole crew of the EYCs. Hey, EYCs say they the disciples of
One of those
destruction.
type of gentlemanly chivalry sort of guys that you don't even hit girls, let alone go out and treat them badly. If the girl's in the hospital, obviously she probably got injured or something.
They look like Aryan Nation Light. Like they baby Aryans. Like they trying to get through there. You know what I'm saying? They all looking like, why? Y'all sound like some stereotypical black kids. That's what they say about them black kids. But they all looking like they all bad. They all yeah, Miss T, I thought the same thing. Straight up, Miss T. Yeah, they look like, they do all look alike, like a skinheads.
It's funny you should mention that because
hold on. Let me ask y'all something. Should I hit the roll one right here? White 99. White 99? That thing got 34%, 31 total cannabinoids, and then they got 37.07 THC percentage. This is some good zop. This is zop right here. Should I do this one? This one? This one? That's some Zion there too. That right there is that all Schlangel's demise. Should I do the banana beignet? Should I do the banana beignet? Or should I do the ice cream cake? There's an ice cream cake on that one. Yeah. My girl mother say, do that white 99 in honor of the whites. White 99 it is. That's what we're going to go with today. Let's get back to the case. I'm glad y'all picked up my, helped me pick out my poison today. Y'all are some good friends.
I'll let you know. She is going to survive, fortunately.
That's good.
Yeah, that is real good.
Home to around 2,000 people, Mount Vernon is most notable for its quaint and quiet reputation. With little to no crime, it was never expected that the tranquil town would be the setting of one of the most shocking murder cases that the nation has ever seen. Among the community lived the Cates family, including 42-year-old Kimberly, her husband David, and their daughter, 11-year-old Jamie. They resided among a beautiful neighborhood located on Trow Road, where the growing forestry made for a peaceful stretch of land. Kimberly was a pediatric nurse and David was an engineer.
Ooh, they paid. They paid. Shawty was a pediatric nurse. And Dave was an engineer. Ooh. Boy, that's how you take care of your gal. Ooh, Big Dave. Yes, sirski.
Fulfilling job that the two shared.
Y'all, I ain't gonna lie. I love when men be goddamn handling business, man. I love that shit. I don't care what color you is, white, black, Spanish. When you get you a family and you got them engineer, car wash owner, and you taking care of, I don't care what job it is, but when you taking care of your girl and you can see the radiation of you being a man. Look, David look like he bought business. Look, Kimberly, look, you know motherfucker happy when they smiling like that in their picture with a jean jacket on outside and it hot. She happy. She happy with Big Dave. Yeah, y'all like that. I ain't gonna lie.
Was being parents to the bright and outgoing Jamie. They were a happy family.
So Jamie was a youngster. Jamie looked about 10. But that was her pic. That was the picture that they showed when they said, "Oh, she's still alive." So I'm taking it. They not off David. They not off Jenny. Man, these YCs ain't shit.
But sadly, they could not have foreseen the horrors that were in their near future.
If you can't be good at it. I'm finna take that.
It wasn't uncommon for David to travel on occasional business trips, leaving Kimberly and Jamie at home.
Okay.
But he'd installed an alarm system inside of the house that would contact the local authorities.
He doing everything in his power to make sure his people straight when he out there making that money on. Good man to me.
Authorities in the unlikely event of an emergency. And to further their peace of mind, Kimberly had also made an agreement with one of their neighbors, promising to keep an eye on each other's property. Although, due to the town's low crime rate, the idea that residents of Trow Road could be targeted victims of crime was never considered. Before David left for his trip on Saturday, October 3rd, 2009, the house's alarm system had unexpectedly malfunctioned, rendering it inoperable.
Oh, nah, Big D. Now, ain't no way that goddamn alarm system finna go off. Now, Big D. Now, I done been giving you a prop. Now, if that alarm system malfunctioned, and before you left, you should have had that goddamn technician come on out there. The technician should have came out to that house and should have serviced that for you, man. So you could, because your lady's gonna be there by themselves. So you should have served. You should have got. Yeah, I think they done did something to Jamie, Miss T.
Despite this, the family remained unconcerned. But as David walked out that door for yet another work trip, he couldn't have ever imagined that the world he knew was about to be tragically ripped away from him. It was another typical weekend for the mother-daughter duo, where they made plans to shop at their local mall the next day, and possibly stop by Jamie's karate studio. At least, that's what Kimberly had messaged to David before she and Jamie went to bed around 8:30.
Oh, look, Jamie do karate.
Jamie would often sleep in her parents' bedroom while David was gone, and this weekend was no different. From the hotel in Maryland, David messaged his family a good night. Around 4 in the morning on October 4th, 2009, a chilling 911 call was made to a local dispatcher. The voice was...
Modesty, that's real. And they got comfortable feeling safe. The town was low crime. They probably didn't even lock the doors. I don't even lock my doors. And on my last trip I just went, and I've been gone for 2 weeks, almost 3, 2 days short of 3 weeks. I forgot to lock my front door. I had all my school stuff, a computer, a MacBook, a new MacBook, a laptop. I mean, an iPad, my camera, my new camera. to shoot. I told you I'm doing school for cinematography. I just ain't been talking about it because y'all heard that I'm in. So yeah, I'm in. I'm grinding. I got 19 months. Ain't nothing to talk about for 19 months. Now, when I get to month 17, 18, and 19, I'm gonna be popping my shit because I'm gonna have a bachelor's degree. You feel me? So, um, so I had all that. I had my new chair. You notice my lights on my chair went out. So I got another one. I had to get another one. I like that. Um, had that outside, man. Once you get comfortable in these neighborhoods, that's really like ain't nobody come through and it's peaceful and these folks is minding their own business. You get kind of lax in your judgment. And I ain't gonna take nothing away from my boy David, man. He just was like, man, I'll be right back, baby. I get it fixed when I get back. So
That of a little girl, soft and quiet and very hard to hear. But what the dispatcher could make out was the whimpering cries of a terrified child begging for help. Unable to gain a clear understanding of what the little girl had been saying, a police officer was immediately sent to the address of 4 Trow Road. Upon arrival, the officer briefly searched the exterior of the home while waiting for the other squadrons to show. Before he was able to make a full circle of the property, he noticed a slight movement out of the corner of his eye, coming from inside of the house. Inching closer to the home, he peered through a kitchen window, where he located a vague image. Someone appeared to be hiding behind the counter. Locking eyes with the petrified little girl, the officer was overcome with a wave of horror at what was before him. The girl was lying on the floor, her entire body coated in blood, and a portion of her foot had been severed. Someone had
damn,
maimed
YC.
the vulnerable child. Breaking down the front door, the officer finally gained entry inside, where he found the little
My
girl.
girl, Miss T said I lock doors, windows, grass, bushes, and the side. I lock everything around my mailbox too.
Shaking and paralyzed by fear. Horrifyingly, she was attempting to scream and yell. However, nothing was coming out. When she could finally speak, she quickly gave her name, Jamie. The officer immediately carried Jamie outside, where he asked if any other people were in the house. She responded by saying that only her mother was in the bedroom. However, in a heartbreaking plea, she begged him not to leave her side. The officer comforted the young girl, stating that he needed to search the residence for anyone who may be hurt, and promised that she was safe. Just outside, another officer made their way to the petrified Jamie, where they could see that not only had her foot been severed, but she had suffered multiple lacerations to her head, legs, arms, and torso. When asked how she was,
DYC did that to a little YG. They shaved that girl foot off. Golf ball size laceration on her head. Fuck. Left ear to her left shoulder. She was cut off from her left ear to her left shoulder. Man, them folk tried to do her, man. Hey, them 30K windows on my house don't even get open. And I wish I would catch a motherfucker messing around mine. Straight up, I'm gonna burn
see
you,
the
boy.
injuries, she
I'm gonna
responded
burn you
by
up.
saying, "Some guy had a knife and another one had a bat and he hit my mom." Horrified, the officer asked if Jamie had any idea of who the perpetrators were, and although she couldn't identify any of her attackers, she recalled that one had been bald. However, she also told the authorities one of them said, "Get the jewelry." She then told the police that she survived by pretending that she was dead. Soon, additional help had arrived, and it was then that they discovered all of the appalling contents waiting within the home. Authorities were able to follow the blood-stained footprints across the hallway carpet that led all the way back to the master bedroom. What they found upon entry could only be described as a chamber of horror. Not a single member of law enforcement could fathom the massive amounts of...
Y'all, imagine having to lay still at the motherfucker that sawed your foot off and pretend like you did. You can't make us. You gotta eat that pain. This little girl 12. But y'all scared of them. Never mind. Y'all scared of these young niggas.
Blood that had encompassed almost every inch of the room. And then they found something even more disturbing. The officers could barely...
Did y'all clock in? Did y'all hit thumbs up on YouTube? Let me see how many. Let me see. If we on YouTube? Yeah, we on YouTube and Twitch. Salute to the folks that's rocking on Twitch. YouTube, I hope you hit the thumbs up. I hope you clocked in to get your check. Because when Handsy come tomorrow, don't ask me about the money. Hey, our girl Booby in the building. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Boo. I hope everything good your way. Hey, good day, Booby. Good morning. Hey, love. Hey, she was smart though. Yeah, but shit, she was brave and tough because my foot missing. I'm I did. Nah, I'm telling. Boy, listen, imagine that pain.
Stomach the absolute atrocity that was before them. Lying on the blood-soaked bed was Jamie's mother, Kimberly, who had been savagely murdered. Severely wounded Jamie was immediately rushed to the hospital, but there was no telling whether she would survive. Following the sickening discovery, the authorities were left with a mountain of questions. Most importantly, they needed to uncover who had unleashed such an evil attack upon a mother and her child. In an attempt to establish the motive, they began to search the house, and they discovered that various items of jewelry had been taken. In addition, they found that the basement window had been broken into, with the screen laying neatly on the ground. Along with this, the air conditioning unit that had been placed in a window above the deck was missing, yet another potential entry point to the home. South of the residence, tire tracks could be seen along the dirt pathway.
Dave, quick question, Dave. You an engineer, bro. You got money. Why the fuck is you got this window unit in here? Do you know that's the most unsafe in the projects? That's how we used to get in them folk out through the window. You slide that little shit to the side, pull that shit out. You know better than that, Dave. And then you knew the damn alarm system would mess up before you left, Dave. Now you can drop the ball on him one day, right up.
And foot imprints were located within the front yard. As word of
they had done took Mama up out of there, so Mama came and protected her with her last.
The brutal attack spread. The tight-knit community was plagued with fear. But what became even more frightening was the haunting whispers making their way to Mount Vernon from the nearby town of Brookline, only 20 minutes away. Apparently, a resident had been visiting a friend's house on Sunday, October 4th, and was introduced to a pair of young men, also from Brookline.
I ain't want to say that, but I was like, damn, but this ain't this magically before, you know what I'm saying? Like, before you left, and they said you had undid this a couple times, you had undid these trips, but magically this time before you left, the thing had stopped working. Bro, you an engineer, you know damn well you don't. Come on, window unit, bro. I know you got central air and heat. I know you got central air in that big ass house. Let's see. I hope Dave ain't got nothing to do with it. Yeah, we was always scared of window units. The first time my Uncle Bubba stole my mama stuff out her house, he came in through the window with the air conditioner. I'm just telling the truth. I ain't sugarcoating nothing. My mama probably gonna be mad that I said that. I'm sorry, Ma, I love you.
Initially, the gathering seemed to be a harmless occasion, but that would quickly take a dark and unexpected turn.
Yeah.
Within a short amount of time, the new friends had divulged a sick and twisted secret. They claimed that they had just killed a mother and her child, while another set of friends watched. The other patrons sat in disbelief as they listened to what they thought had been a scare tactic from the two, or a cruel joke. But as you'll come to find out, the truth behind this harrowing case would only emerge after a series of horrific findings.
But I think Dave is innocent on this one.
It's possible that the high of committing the crime had worn off, so the assailants were attempting to relive the attack and experience that rush again by describing it to friends. They likely enjoyed the attention and shock from the others and were potentially confident that there was no evidence linking them to the crime, suggesting that they may have believed that they were smarter than police. However, they weren't smart enough as authorities caught wind of the chilling rumors and were in a mad dash to track down the mysterious young men. They would turn out to be 19-year-old Christopher Gribble and 17-year-old Stephen Spader.
Prison.
One day after the horrific crime, they were each brought in for questioning. It was rather odd that Christopher, of all people, had been asked to talk with the police, considering his background. A longtime Eagle Scout, Christopher was a proud member of the Mormon Church and was working towards his goal of becoming...
I told y'all. Didn't I call that? Didn't I call that, bro? I said, this boy look like they supposed to be on them bikes with them helmets and them black ties on, riding, telling us about the word of God. That's what he supposed to be doing. But instead, this little Eagle Scout, he wanted to get his kill badge. So, bro, they just look like, because them boys them Mormons be looking like, when they're on them bikes, they be looking like boot camp Marines. They be having them clean cuts. They be, you know what I'm saying? They had their little glasses on and whatnot. So they just look like that. And this is a proud member of the Mormon church. Yeah, bro. These folk be crazy, man. These folk be crazy as hell. I could imagine waking up to them, keep that blicky in your hand while you sleep. Oh, God, that's why you keep it by that bed and beep. Yeah, this woke them up. Yeah, you said I did. I called that one. Hey, who's his pastor? Because his pastor need to be checked out too.
A missionary. He'd been homeschooled from an early age, where his parents worked tirelessly to instill the proper...
That boy ain't got no social school skills from being homeschooled. None. Yes, your education level might be higher, but he ain't got not a lick of social skills. He do not know how to function in society. So if you do that homeschooling, man, you gotta let your kids go out and socialize and make friends and learn how to deal with society. School not only does that, as well as they try to teach you what the education is, but school gives you that ability to interact with other people, your peers, and other things. That's pertinent to growing up and being a successful, thriving adult. That's my spiel about homeschooling too much and too early.
Values. This had also coincided with Christopher's time in the Boy Scouts, where he'd given back to his community, supposedly building a shed for the Brookline transfer station, a drop-off site for waste and recyclables. Although things weren't always as picture-perfect as they seemed. It was no secret that Christopher had struggled with the social portion of his life, where making friends became an almost impossible task. The few that he did have recall his awkward demeanor and tendency to ramble during conversation. On top of this, social cues were somewhat of a foreign concept to the Eagle Scout, making for a rather difficult childhood. Human beings have a fundamental need to connect with other people. When someone is unable to or has great difficulty forming even platonic relationships, this can be a red flag for a personality disorder.
Nah, for real.
Nonetheless, he carried on with his aspirations of one day becoming a Marine and enrolled in the U.S. Army Cadet Corps Group in Nashua, New Hampshire. There, he won the Academic and Good Conduct Honors Award. Unfortunately,
that's what I'm saying. They just said the whole thing, like, once you do that homeschooling, the social awkward part of your life is tough. I'd rather, man, the way kids are now these days, man, it's being socially awkward. It'll be like a death sentence for real, damn near almost. Back in the day, you could be a little different and people would be attracted to you. Oh, damn, cool. I had a bunch of little white homeboys that was a little different, but they were cool. I was cool with them. They were fun once you got to know these folks. But these people right here, being homeschooled for a long time since the early age, man, that man don't know nothing about being a friend. They don't know about no boundaries. They don't know about no personal space. They don't know nothing about none of that because that's not taught.
The excellent student would find himself failing out of the training course in 2008.
Yeah,
it was around this time that Christopher's friends and family noticed an odd shift in his behavior, and you'll soon find out exactly why that is. The date is October 5th, 2009, only one day after Kimberly's body has been found. The detective reads Christopher his Miranda rights before jumping right into the much-anticipated interrogation. The following never-before-heard interviews have been analyzed by a qualified team, including a licensed attorney, a licensed clinical psychologist, a former licensed professional counselor,
Nah, for
and a
real.
licensed professional counselor.
What time do you get up Saturday morning?
Probably 10 something.
Okay.
Me and Steve had planned to go around and look at some yard sales.
Okay.
The pair of friends had supposedly visited a couple of local yard sales, but were unable to find anything worth purchasing. Following the unsuccessful shopping spree, Christopher drove Stephen back home. But this wouldn't be the last that they see of each other on this day.
As you get closer to Saturday evening now, you guys making plans? Saturday night, weekend night, you're going to go do something?
We were going to just all chill, like at Walmart or something.
Mm-hmm. Who do you chill there with? Who usually hangs out with you guys?
Me, Steve, Billy. Quinn's a friend of ours, but he couldn't get out that night.
Okay.
And he just running down like he just telling on everybody. Like, see, this motherfucker, he don't even know the code. Like, bro, you're socially awkward. You don't even supposed to mention none of your folk, bro. That's what I'm saying. But murder, nobody saw say, nah, I'm good, and go tell someone. Nope. How you even discuss being the town's killer? You know what I'm saying? The disciples.
Okay. Is that what you guys
What was their name? The Disciples of Destruction or something like that?
actually end up doing?
Well, we went over to Walmart, but Billy, I guess, had stuff to do, so he didn't get there till later.
See, Modesty? You get that van and you go live in them parking lots. This is who you gonna be encountering, BYCs. And you remember the other man, the lady was working at Walmart, she went to park her car, he done stole her and buried her. Nah, no, you can't be in them parking lots out there at Walmart. That's why they put them little fake ass police precinct things out there, cameras.
When the detective questions Christopher about whether that's actually what they did, Christopher avoids answering the question directly, which is a red flag for possible deception. He may be trying to buy some time to think about what he should say.
If my friends say they finna walk down and do any harm to a girl, yeah, bro, we over with. I'm gonna do harm to you. That's real. I don't play like that. I don't play like that at all. Zero. I don't do no harm to no women and no kids. And don't tell me you're gonna do no harm to no women and no kids, because then you're gonna have to do harm to me before you do harm to the women and the kids. And that might not go how you think it's gonna go. I ain't no killer, but don't push me.
In addition, he mentions two new people, 17-year-old Quinn Glover and 18-year-old William Marks, also known as Billy,
William looked like he ain't have a lot of friends. Quinn looked like he just a follower.
been part of a friend group with Christopher and Stephen, although Billy and Christopher had only just met a week prior.
You safe? Yeah. Just pull up to the crib. Hey, if they say let's steal bubblegum, I'm telling Miss T, now you can't tell on me. I just want to get a few pieces of Bubblicious. Damn.
You and Steve went to Walmart, and then Billy met up with you at some point.
Why be too like that when we get Bubblicious?
I think we did. I'm pretty sure it was this Saturday when we did.
Okay.
Christopher uses a selective memory statement of "I think," and then a quality.
It might have been, Muff. That's a good one too. It might have been the Brothers of Destruction initiation.
A fire of "pretty sure," which are additional red flags for possible deception. The event he's describing was only 2 days ago, so it's something he should remember and be certain about. He may realize that if he wants to play it off as though he has a bad memory, then he needs.
Okay. Now, my mama, she might be in here. Come on to the office. Let me tell y'all something.
Detective, in my office. Now.
One time in my heyday, when I was a follower. Yeah, when I was a follower. I used to say, man, know your part. Man, know your part. Brunswick, Georgia, that's my hood. That's what I claim. It's that New York, home of the soldiers. I was raised in Hockey Homes. I was born on Cleveland Street in the Dirty Circle on Cleveland Street, my grandma's house. My mama's first house was on Stonewall. It's a little house. We call it a little house because my grandma owned the whole block. My granny Julia owned like 4 houses on the block. So we stayed in her little house. And this little house is 2 bedrooms. It looked like a little shack shit. We stayed there when my mama first kicked off. That when my granny and them had died. And after that, we went to Hockey Homes. At the Hockey Homes, we went to Aberdeen Terrace. Then we went back to Hockey Homes. Then we went to Perry Park. Then when we left Perry Park, we went to the mid. And then we left the mid, we went to Magnolia Park. Magnolia Park where I learned my sauce. Magnolia Park where I got on all the women. Magnolia Park is when I became who I became in Magnolia Park. That's when I shaped myself. Me and my boy James Hall, Biggs, we did everything together. That was my first best friend. Me, James Hall, EP, and Fred Walker. Them was my guys. EP, my cousin, Fred Walker and James, that was in the neighborhood. Them was my people. EP was in the neighborhood too. We was a crew. That was what we used to do. We used to goddamn get on girls, play football. And me and James, we had other stuff that we would do. We would goddamn steal my mama car, go for the girls. But we had to be fresh to go see them girls. So it was the mall right across the neighborhood, across Alabama, probably about, say, 300 yards was the Brunswick Mall. And in the Brunswick Mall, they had a store called Goodies. Not Sam Goodies, not the record player place, but Goodies, a clothing store. They sold stuff like Ivy Crew. And back in the day, Ivy Crew, Nautica, Tommy Hilfiger, all of that was popping. It had just jumped off. Chaps, Polo Ralph Lauren. They had just jumped off. And my mama got down. She was doing what she did. But Jenny did not play that stealing. Okay. So one time I said, shit, I need me a new shirt for homecoming. And Jenny not finna give me no $52 for no goddamn Ivy Crew. I got it. I'm gonna go steal mine. I took my country ass and Goodies, me and my crew. We ended up, them niggas got what they got. It was gone. It was my time. They told me, they say, all you gotta do, grab the lock part, grab it, hold it close by the shirt, turn, pull. It'll come out, you pull the pin out, you drop it, you can walk out. I watch my niggas put the shirts on, shorts on, walk right out, nothing. No bleep, 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 none of that. It was my time to shine. It worked. Drop that bitch. Put the shirt on. Got the shorts. Pop. Throw it on the ground. Boom. Put that bitch on over my shit. I'm walking to the thing. I see them outside the mall waiting for me. Everybody smiling. I see them. James walks, start coming back in. I'm coming out the store like this. So it's like this. He coming in, you can see, I'm coming out the thing. And the lady, she said, hey, you're stealing. I said, what the hell? And I hit the door. When I hit that door, that jump was like, bleep, 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 bleep. I'm full speed. They see me running, they turn around, everybody running. Now we running, we done passed Winn-Dixie, a grocery store. We sprinting. We running. We get across Alabama. Alabama is a 2-lane. It's the busiest street in Brunswick. It's one of the busier streets in Brunswick. It's the main street. Everybody travels to Alabama. Alabama take you from one end of the town to the other end of the town. No misses. You're going to hit everything. If you stay on Alabama, you're going to hit everything you need to hit. I'm running full speed. Mind you, I told you I stayed right across the street, about 300 yards from this place. I'm running full speed. I'm running. Ain't nobody getting me out the mall. Right beside me, pulls a car, a burgundy Hyundai Elantra. It was Jenny. She said, what the hell are you running for? I knew it was over. She seen that shirt that she did not buy. That was my last time stealing, y'all.
Needs his memory to be poor on days that don't involve crime and murder. However, the detective will likely be able to confirm or deny Christopher's recount of events based on possible surveillance footage or eyewitness statements, which Christopher may be realizing now.
And this is sometime around midnight that you meet Billy?
Yeah.
How long were you guys there beforehand?
Well, we didn't stay completely alone.
Oh, Muff, when you was working there, we used to tear your head up. We used to tear your head up. You know, you couldn't see. You had them glasses. You couldn't see worth shit. We didn't tear your ass up, Muff. ski.
To be honest, I didn't really put it to memory much.
And yes, modesty, I kept the shirt and the shorts. She ain't noticed the shorts was stolen, but she know that shirt wasn't mine. She got on my head about that shirt. She let me keep it. That one thing she do. Once I get that punishment, bro, she ain't going back to make me take it back. And woo, woo, woo. She, you dumb enough to take the risk to get this consequence? Go ahead. Yeah, she beat my head though. And every time I wore that shirt, and I took a picture in that shirt. If I got to find that picture me and Jamal's, and I had that shirt. But listen,
yeah,
I remember
that shirt got my ass.
I don't remember doing much or anything.
Someone who's being deceptive is more likely to give evasive answers. They want to leave open the possibility to change their story if needed, such as if a detective presents evidence that they were actually somewhere different than they said. If a suspect gives a definite alibi with no room for alterations, then it'll be much more difficult to adjust the story later on. In addition, Christopher may feel like he needs to be cautious about what he says in case one of his friends gives a different account.
Muff.
Next, he states that they may...
Bruh, Muff, I don't know who you was talking to, but I don't know them niggas how they knew your schedule. So we gonna see you in that bit. First, we'll go to the little game room and that mother looking, oh, man, yeah. One summer, boy, hey, one summer month. I promise. One summer month, I probably got about 5 outfits every day. But I went back to school so loaded. But the only thing was my mama didn't get on my case because I was working some hours at McDonald's then. I wasn't spending my damn McDonald's money on no damn clothes from Goodies. I was 10 on forehead. The fuck off. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Yes, sir.
Their way to another friend's house, 19-year-old Autumn Savoy. At Autumn's, Christopher recalls that they watched the popular show Dexter, and he begins to describe his fascination with the series.
The basic principle, I think, is he's like addicted to like blood and stuff. He really likes.
If you're addicted to Dexter, Chris, if you watch the premise, Dexter was a former serial killer who killed people just like you guys, who grew up and do evil shit to other people. He was the evil bully killer that worked with the police sometimes. He was a serial killer disguised as a good guy, but he was killing only bad people. So I don't know the correlation. He wasn't addicted to blood. He was addicted to killing because Dexter's murders were just him killing y'all for doing something bad to somebody else. So I like this. He was
blood, and because he kills people too because of that, which probably sounds really bad in a homicide investigation saying you're watching that, but being honest, we find it really entertaining because he works as a blood expert for the police department. And he goes out when he finds people that they either can't get evidence on or somebody who's done something really incredibly evil, generally murderers, oddly enough. And he goes out and he kills them in this.
Yes, Dexter kills murderers. You guys are murderers. Dexter would have hunted you down and probably filleted your face off. Shut up, bro. You didn't do anything like Dexter. Stop making TV and shit. The reason why you guys go and commit such horrible crimes, just say you a dweeb. I'm a dweeb. I'm a jackass. I followed along with my friends being goofy.
Ritualistic fashion, but it doesn't really like show him killing them or anything.
What comes off as somewhat creepy is Christopher's interest in the character and the fact that he's going into such detail about the show. It seems that he doesn't think this will make him look at all suspicious, even continuing to state that they watched several hours of the show before he and Steven slept in his car, which the detectives find to be rather odd.
Yeah, how come you guys didn't sleep in the house?
There's only like 2 couches inside.
Yeah.
And so we just hung out in the car because it holds in heat pretty well.
The pair had supposedly left Autumn's place around 7 or 8 in the morning before Christopher drove Steven back to his house. They met again later that afternoon at 1:30 and visited more local yard sales. It turns out that they were in desperate need of money, and, just as their luck would have it, Christopher stated that they were able to purchase a decent amount of jewelry for only $20 from one sale in particular. Now, we will find out exactly what they did with the newfound merchandise, while getting to meet our additional suspect, Steven. The detective asked similar questions to that of Christopher.
Gary Owens. He did look like a young Gary Owens. Man, I'm so mad at Gary Owens, Miss T, man, because now all he out here is telling black girl, black woman jokes, but he telling it like in a derogatory way because his lady left him because he was cheating. She got half the money. He mad now. He telling black girl jokes, and I don't like it. His whole shtick done went downhill to me. He a bitter ass dude, and he was in the Navy. He was an MP. I rock out with my Navy brethren, you know what I'm saying? But he done pissed me off, Gary Owens. He used to be one of my top comedians, but the way he going about it now is a duck move. You a bitch.
First interrogation, where Stephen gives the same story.
I just went downstairs and discovered that someone at the mall, you and somebody else went down there and pawned some jewelry. Is that right?
I didn't. My friend did.
Yeah, Chris, I used to like him a lot.
You were with Chris. And you guys...
I used to him and Bill Burr. Bill Burr married to a black woman too, and he got black children, and he been with his lady. Same like Gary, bro. But when it come to interracial dating, bro, I be real. When it be my girl, when it be the black girls. Now when the black dude get a white girl, I be like, this kid here crazy. But he just having a good time right now. But when it's vice versa, I don't know why I feel some type of way, and I don't want nobody to feel like I'm racist, but I don't like that because to me, a black woman is the top creation on the planet, bro. And I don't like none of that. I don't like that to be, I don't like that to be messed with. You know what I'm saying? That was made for us. I'm just gonna say that. I'm just gonna say how I feel. When white people say I want to have babies with white people, I don't be tripping. Yeah, I feel. That's just me. I ain't never been outside. I ain't never been with a white woman in my life. Never. Now, been with a mixed woman, you know what I'm saying? An Italian little situation. I ain't never been with no white woman at all. He hurt because he messed up. He made the mistake. You cheated. You not only did you cheat once, you got caught by 5 times. Shawty held you down. Nigga. Is you gonna learn? Look, in baseball, 1 strike, 2 strike, 3 strikes. You're out. You get 3 times. Bitch, you got caught 5 times. You got to change. You got to change something. Now you can't be mad because Shawty done got that paper from you. She helped build you up. You was broke enough, you ain't have no goddamn prenuptial. You was broke enough to not have a prenup. So why she can't get half of that? She built your empire, nigga. You got children from that black woman. And she go around talking to him, Miss T, talking about him in a positive light. Always lifting him up.
Just went there. Mm-hmm. Somebody recognizes you as being there.
Okay, I was there.
Okay.
I went there.
Yeah. He definitely butt hurt.
No, it's not. No. Part of what we've done. I'm trying to create a timeline of where you are so we can talk. You told us, what was it, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, you said you were at Walmart on 101A in Amherst. But we're going to go back. We're going to check that. Okay, he says he was here. He was there. Okay.
When a suspect acts defensive, such as Stephen is doing here, this can be a red flag for deception, but his age may be a factor in his behavior. The logical part of the brain, known as the prefrontal cortex, isn't fully developed until around the age of 25, and even a few years later for men, which can partially explain why teenagers and children tend to act based on their emotions rather than thinking things through. It's also possible that Stephen sees the interview as a big...
I think my cortex didn't develop till I turned about 35. Maybe because I got hit by the car. Maybe because I fell off a house. Maybe because I got hit in the face with a bar, stabbed with my eye. Maybe because I got a lot of brain trauma that mine ain't developed until I got a little older. Because everything I did was based upon emotion. How you made me feel is how I was going to make you feel. I'm just getting to the point where I can talk shit through and think things through. No cap.
Inconvenience for him.
Well, what did Chris pawn?
At least he had some new gold necklaces. I didn't really look at it. She told me it was worth money, and I needed money for weed. Mm-hmm. To be honest with you.
Okay.
I'm so goddamn tired of y'all blaming this marijuana on these goddamn killing sprees. I never meet no nigga that smoke a blunt and say, well, I'm gonna go kill everything. Nobody. met plenty of niggas say, boy, smoke a blunt, but I'm finna go kill the Waffle House. Boy, I'm finna go shout at Bad Lou tonight. I mean, we don't do that. We don't go and say, we too laid back when you be on that guy. Man, come on, stop blaming reefer, bro. Stupid ass boy.
How many necklaces do you remember?
We had like two or three. Like $130 worth of gold.
Yeah.
Christopher and Stephen had only recently become friends again after previously meeting during their time in the Boy Scouts. Years later, they would somehow reconnect, bonding over the same interests, and Stephen, just like his friend, had grown up with issues of his own.
Nope, modesty. Nope. Y'all seen that whole sack I just came back with $180. You could have got you a half ounce of good za for $30. But you just spent $20 on buying jewelry. So, boy, you ain't making no sense, little dog. He ain't making no sense, man.
As Stephen's mother was allegedly struggling with addiction during her pregnancy, Stephen tested positive for illegal substances upon his birth, but would go on.
Oh, that boy a Basil baby. Ooh, I went way back. I call that man a Basil. Basil baby. Ooh, that used to be the worst thing you could get called before they start calling it a junkie. Used to be called a Basil.
To beat the odds, and was adopted by a loving family at only 5 days old. During his childhood years, Stephen was a picture of
who the fuck ever smoked the blunt and said, boy, I'm finna go walk a nigga around and said nobody. Cause when we smoke, the reason why we both finna go smoke me a blunt to take the edge off, I kill one of these niggas. What them bubba playing with me, bro? Why they all playing with me? That's what we do. We ain't finna turn you up like that. Then when you smoke that blunt, boy, you be want to lay up under something. Man, what? Who? Shawty be telling me, baby, go smoke your blunt. Cause she know what finna go. Hey, you smoke today? Yeah, I think I'm okay. I'm finna jump in the shower real quick. Cause I don't like touching my girl after I smoke straight up. I don't like that. I gotta wash my body up.
Happiness, outgoing and personable, given every opportunity in life. He participated in various sports and joined both the Boy Scouts and a theater group, all of which gave him the chance to make friends. But once he approached his teenage years, it was like a switch had gone off. In an instant, the once lovable boy turned cold and became uncontrollable. This would later be confirmed through one of his close friends, Autumn, who had much to say about the troubled young man.
I just knew Steve was getting worse from talking to him. And then at some point, he went away. I don't know exactly where. When he came back, he was not the same person. He wasn't that emo kid who had issues at home. He was this kid who...
I've been pulling y'all to the side all morning. But yeah, that's right, bro. Like, nigga, I be advocating for my men to like take better care of their hygiene. Like for real, but I ain't telling you gotta have I'm trying to learn get me a good face routine too. I ain't even kept you down because my face is gonna be on the camera, right? So I need it to be decent. I need to look decent. So I want my skin to goddamn be glowing like them niggas junk be glowing too. So I'm trying to learn to get me a good face cream. But when you smoking on these joints and you passing it back and forth to your nigga and you go right home and just dive in and get to eating on your girl and licking on your girl, but you finna cause some BV. Straight up, you dirty, bro. You dirty. I hope you wash your hand before you eat your food. That's your girl. That's your food. So your nutrients, nigga. Wash your hands. Scrub your beard out, Holmes. Go to the dentist. Get them bacteria out your mouth. Get a tongue scraper. Scrape your tongue every single day, and especially before you get to eating on your girl. I learned.
Wanted to be a gangster, a big drug dealer.
For real.
Like it was odd because somehow he always managed to have money for drugs. He would sneak out at night. He'd quote unquote borrow his parents' cars. Like we'd hang out a lot. he was someone I could talk to, understood. Nice to have someone else who understood.
His mood swings could happen in the blink of an eye, leaving his friends and family to walk on eggshells. But even worse, Stephen was...
He ain't never had no homeboy that'll punch on his ass. You get the spazzing out your homeboy. See that? I've been all around my homeboy like that. We ain't have no problem fighting each other and still being friends. We had done got to the point now, no punching in the face. We just boom, 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 be punching niggas in the chest. We going crazy. I done got my share of L's in that. Shit, me and EP went at it one time. That boy hit me 43 times in my chest before I hit him twice. I said, bitch. Do me like that, bro.
Developing violent tendencies. His mother, Christine Spader, noted that at one point, Stephen had punched a wall out of sheer frustration. During a most memorable incident, Stephen and his father were having a heated argument, and the teenager, engulfed in rage, allegedly pulled out a knife. He started to associate with kids from...
If Demetrius Nathanius Dallas Jr., Deontay Nigel Dallas, Talia Michaela Dallas ever decide they want to pull the weapon on me, what kind of check sodas y'all want at the the repass? Y'all want Churches or Popeyes?
Different high schools, where he apparently joined a gang known as the Crips. Although his father also...
Boy, stop lying on the neighborhood, bro. Stop lying on the neighborhood. You ain't no Boy Scout, ain't no Crip. You ain't no fucking Crip. Shut your dumb ass back down. Don't be disrespectful. Don't be disrespectful, bro. Don't do that.
Named Stephen believed this to be nothing but teenage nonsense. In addition, he would take
that boy ain't no damn Crip.
And prescription drugs in order to help with his supposed anxiety. Stephen's parents grew increasingly worried about their rebellious teen.
Hey, that on pineapple cold. My favorite junk used to be that black cherry mug cold, boy. He used to have that little chill on it. My mama used to sell the mug when she used to sell the freeze cold too, man. She sell them for a quarter. Man, my mama used to have that trap going crazy, boy. Oh, God. My mama used to buy school clothes. She done paid some bill with it, paid her car note, selling candies and shit right out the front door. Boy, nah, yeah, I always knew how to hustle. My mama hustle. She gonna get that money on you. My baby told me to my face, son, you ain't gonna never go without. I sell that pussy fire after you go without. And straight like that. And she still with it to this day. That's why I love my mama, boy. She gonna ride for me. She gonna beat my ass, but she gonna...
And finally took him to see a psychiatrist in 2006. Stephen's behavior indicates that he was showing signs of having conduct disorder. Sometimes when behavioral problems are sudden and severe, like in Stephen's case, it occurs due to some sort of trauma or major stressor in the young person's life. And because Stephen was heading down such a dangerous path, his parents reportedly spent thousands of dollars in an attempt to help their son. However, he was eventually diagnosed.
I like to return this one. I'm still within my 90 days. I want to return this one back. Yeah, take little Stephen ass back. Y'all got a Brandon in there? Yeah, I want to switch one out for a Brandon because this one he malfunctioned.
Diagnosed with bipolar disorder and major depression. They would apparently go so far as to enroll him in an addiction treatment center, but were devastated to learn that he required a higher level of treatment than the facility could offer.
Damn.
Stephen was then taken to a residential treatment center, but left within a month, yet another failed resource. He even spent a few short days in psychiatric hospitals in 2008 and supposedly ran away with his girlfriend later that year, but was found.
Y'all tripping. Mom, that fruit punch and that peach hit though. And hey, y'all, let me tell y'all one treasure about my hometown, bro. Listen, was Grandy's. And them Grandy's motherfucking cinnamon roll. Listen, I took my kids there just probably the last time I've been there. Last time I've been home about 2 years ago. Yeah, about 2 years ago. Nah. Yeah, about 2 years ago. Yeah, I've been home about 2 years ago. For DJ Camp. Yeah, 2 years. We were hungry. I said, bro, I'm finna take out where we used to go to, you know what I'm saying, and get these cinnamon rolls. Oh, if it ain't Cinnabon, daddy. Oh, y'all so country. My wife, her California ass, oh my God, I'm not granddad. So that's granddad's. Like, oh, so y'all want to stun on me because we down here. They talking about, oh, it stinks so bad down here, daddy. It smell like egg water. Man, I'll chill out, bro. Enjoy the environment. They always be doing my little hometown like that, bro. They make me feel bad, though. But so I said, I'm finna take you to the spot, get these cinnamon rolls. If it ain't cinnamon, put caramel on mine. You ain't got all that. We got these fucking cinnamon rolls. We got raisins. They were like, raisins? I said, oh my God. And butter. She like, oh, I'll pass. I said, man, give me 4 of them hot ones. Give me 4 of them hot ones, Becky Ann. Becky Ann was like, okay, I'll surely get you 4 grande cinnamon rolls. Want them motherfucker? Give me 4 forks. Let me get 4 forks and sweet tea. My wife don't drink no sweet tea. She drank water. Give me sweet teas. I took them motherfuckers out there to that car because they was outside walking Bo because Bo was out down the country. He was having a good time. Bo was frolicking. He was enjoying himself, but they was acting bougie. But they hit that fork hit that mud. Put in that mud. They looked at me like, what you saying this is? Every time we go through the hood, if I'm going to my mama house, my mama stay 2 hours away, out the way. I gotta spin through Grandy's and get one of them cinnamon rolls, boy. Yeah. Them things hit, but
Found in New York and returned home within days. It seemed that there was nothing left to try, but the devoted parents would never give up on their child. Although not a single thing.
Grandy's is, boy, Grandy be hitting, bro. Granny be hitting so hard, bro. Hey, that fake Sprite was hell, man. That shit tastes like that medicine. What is it? That milk of magnesia that come in the green bottle that tastes like that fake Sprite and have you shit. And it's the last of it. My mama used to make me drink that. She tricked me. She told me, I got some candy and Sprite for you. She give me 2 pieces of that goddamn X-Lax and tell me to take a cup of this shit. I be like, this ain't no damn chocolate. Next thing you know, 15 minutes later, I'm on the toilet, shit my life away. Talking about she needed to clean me out. She did that shit every 3 months. Time you need to be cleaned out. That was my stomach tore. No.
Could have prevented the heinous acts of the monster that was about to be unleashed.
Back to early Sunday morning. There's no way that you could have been in Mount Vernon with Chris and Billy? No. All right, well, I got some more information when I was downstairs. Yeah. Billy is basically giving it up.
This may be an example of the prisoner's dilemma, in which Stephen now faces the decision of whether to confess or to stick with his story. If Billy says nothing and Stephen says nothing, it's possible that there is not enough evidence to tie them to the crime, and they'll face no punishment. However, if Billy...
So they didn't even know who did it. They would have got away scot-free, but their mouth wrote a check that their ass couldn't cash. Muff, we used to, for white people, not for real. Hey, we used to go to Grandy's before every home game. John Willis used to make sure we ate that Grandy's. Boy, had them green beans. I got that country fried chicken, with that gravy and them appetite.
Billy has talked and implicated Stephen. It's possible that Stephen could face a harsher punishment.
Nah, Uno, you gotta get that seasonal clean out. That backed up digestion system by what? Yeah, my mama used to flush me out, boy. I'm talking about flush.
Punishment if he doesn't give his side of the story. But if Stephen confesses his role and Billy has admitted his part as well, they will likely both be punished. The prisoner's dilemma is such an effective tactic because Stephen is separated from the others. He doesn't know what they're saying or if they've cracked under the pressure. If he knew for sure the others weren't talking, he would feel more confident in keeping his original story. But the seeds of doubt are likely gnawing at him now, leaving him panicking about what to do.
I'd like to be let out, or I'd like to hear from a lawyer now. So you guys are going to start accusing me of doing something.
Well, I mean, I kind of accused.
Nah, that's real, though. That's real, like. But Jenny, every time, boy, it might be summer, right before the summer, but she gonna get you right. After school year, After the school year, because y'all ate all them goddamn lunches and shit. You know you finna get that fake Sprite or X-Lax, that chocolate.
You all along, I'm trying to tell you what I know and what I found out. And if you want an attorney, all you have to say is I want an attorney. Is that what you're telling me?
Nah, for real. Jimmy had me flushed.
This is all voluntarily. I don't know why I can't get that out right now. I want to leave. I would like to leave right now.
Y'all be on prebiotics and probiotics? Y'all need to be on that too.
They believe there's enough information to place you at the scene of the crime and that you're someone that's caused this to happen.
Huh?
Okay.
Okay.
Are you asking for an attorney? You're asking to leave, or are you?
I'm asking to leave because I think this is bullshit. I came down here voluntarily.
Yes.
To voluntarily talk to you guys. Now you guys are telling me that I can't leave, and I didn't do anything. I want to be let out.
Okay.
And I want to smoke a cigarette.
Okay.
Frustrated, the detectives must end the interrogation. It's possible that Stephen refuses to believe his friend has betrayed him, but, as we will later hear from Billy, he was ready to come clean. In the meantime, there are still a few things that Christopher's interrogators would like to cover.
And right now, I'm going to tell you that there are some other stories that are being told. You better think long and hard right now about what happened this weekend.
Okay.
Okay? Let's go back to Saturday night.
All right.
What happened after you left your girlfriend's the party that you went to?
I was pretty sure I went back home, but...
Okay.
I may have gone out with Steve.
The confrontation phase of the interrogation is now underway, but Christopher maintains his original story, although the detectives aren't buying it.
What do you know about what happened up there in Mount Vernon?
Granny knew best, though. Look at you. You doing good, ain't you? Know what I said? Jenny got down. She flushed me out. I used to hate it, but hey, she got me right, though. But I did have ulcer problem. I did have to have stomach surgery. I ain't gonna talk about that.
I know it was like this morning, like really early this morning. We were looking on the internet, on the Telegraph to see what was going on, and there was something
Did
about...
she die? Miss T is right here talking to us, so Granny knew something.
And there's like a young girl that's in stable condition in the hospital. I don't know if it was me or one of Steve's friends or something. Somebody texted one of us or emailed us. I just remember that we heard that the girl was conceivably in the same class as one of our friend's sisters or something. And so I guess she's about 10 years old, which honestly, I hope she's going to be okay. Because that's horrible to do something to a little girl. But
it's common in the Reid technique for investigators to ask what the suspect thinks the purpose of the interview is. Individuals who are being honest are more likely to use realistic.
That winter cleanse always was castor oil. My mama made me chase that shit with Dr. Pepper. But because we ain't had Dr. Pepper, she was doing that Pepsi. That's why I don't drink none of that shit now. I can't think about castor oil. It'll make me throw up. I gotta keep going. We gotta keep on.
Words to describe the crime, while deceptive individuals may answer vaguely or use soft words like hurt or attack.
Because my mama we weren't doing no. And that shit so thick, it was be hot. She would warm it up. She'll put the whole bottle in that motherfucking boiling water. Heat that junk up, bro. Drop that bitch in there, goddamn Dr. Pepper. It was so bad, she was like, hold nigga down. Hold my nose and pour that shit. She said, oh, I bought a whole bottle for you because you're going to throw up the first half, but I'm going to get the other half in.
Instead of murder. Christopher's use of the word killed here is in line with what a truthful subject might say. However, his reference to the girl in the hospital is vague. This may be an example of how most people who are being deceptive won't answer every question in a deceptive way. People will generally provide a mix of deceptive and truthful behaviors, but there will be more deceptive indicators when someone is lying and more truthful indicators when someone's being honest. This is why it's important for detectives to interpret body language and verbal responses in conjunction with the actual physical evidence.
I mean, I know it sounds cold, but it wasn't a huge deal to me because I didn't know them.
Although Christopher has not been formally diagnosed with antisocial personality disorder, It's always interesting when people such as psychopaths use language like this, because it shows their awareness of what empathy, or lack of, is, but also their ability to be manipulative.
Assuming that somebody specifically tried to kill them, like, that rubs against my conscience personally. I'm one of those type of gentlemanly chivalry sort of guys that you don't even hit girls, let alone go out and treat them badly.
Christopher's statement here may be what is known as a convincing statement. Individuals who are telling the truth don't usually feel the need to prop up their story with convincing statements.
Yo, cod liver oil is one that I didn't get a chance to partake in, and I was glad, but we had that 360s. That shit was horrible too. Robitussin before they made that motherfucker sweet. My granny, but she ain't missed. Jenny ain't missed. I never had no casserole till I was 21 to throw me into labor. Casserole caused me to have an emergency C-section. The boy was swimming in pool. Listen, castor oil is what Manana took, and we took a walk. And she pushed labor with DJ. Mama said she took castor oil with me to come out. My wife we ain't do no castor oil. Castor oil is banned from my crib. I don't give a damn. That junk, y'all seen it? Almost made me throw up. It made me feel like I ain't never touched castor oil again until it was called black castor oil for hair. Nah, for real. Like, oh, he was swimming in poop. The boy was swimming in poop. Okay. Hey, I take bitters daily as well. Now, that's disgusting, but it's good for you. Yeah, for sure.
About what a great person they are, because they know the facts are on their side. On the other hand, individuals who are being deceptive may use these sorts of statements to bolster their image and persuade detectives to believe them.
If the girl's in the hospital, obviously she probably got injured or something.
Well, Chris, it's funny you should mention that, because I want to let you know she is going to survive, fortunately.
That's good.
Yeah, that is real good, because it's real good because she deserves to be alive, and so does
so does the lady, I'm sure.
You know? But you know what else is good? It's good because she can ID the two people that were in the house.
That'd be awesome. I hope you guys can do that.
Yeah.
Christopher's voice is slightly shakier, and he overall sounds less.
That's what I'm trying to get on right there, Muff. I just had my labs done. All my labs was good. My blood pressure it was like 112 over 84, something like that. So my BP was smooth, but so my hemoglobin level was low. I was wondering why. I don't know. Maybe because I hadn't eaten nothing all day, and I took them labs at 2 o'clock. I be doing that intermittent fasting. I don't eat until 2 o'clock in the day. I got from 2 o'clock to 8 o'clock. I got to get my calories in. After that, it's dead meat. Bro, I was almost 300 pounds, bro. I didn't like how I was looking. I couldn't even see my wee-wee no more. My stomach was too big. I was like, hey, wait.
Sure of himself here as the detectives attempt to break his confidence. And although Christopher states his relief that Jamie is expected to survive, he's likely panicking at the thought that she may be able to identify him.
Let's say it was a robbery gone wrong. Mom ends up dead. The little girl ends up seriously injured. People involved in it.
They're pretty nasty people.
What do you think should happen to those people?
Well, they should probably get sent to jail for the rest of their lives, or prison. I honestly don't know what's the difference between jail and prison.
Although Christopher's response sounds okay at first glance, it's a red flag that he qualified his answer with the word probably. Most truthful individuals would provide a firm response in a situation like this. If the officers had doubt about his involvement before,
that was real.
Then they definitely...
That was real. I just laughed because niggas be in denial. Listen, bro, your stomach get further and further and further out. Then you be looking down, you have to bend over a little bit, bro. Nah, hell nah. Hell to the nah, bro. I was like, nah. If I wasn't liking that, how can I say, hey, baby, nah, I can't do that. I ain't got no leg to stand on. I can't put my belly on her forehead. That's just not right. So to make the sexual experience, I'm a pleaser. I know my girl wasn't liking that. She wasn't say like, oh no, but nah, I wasn't liking. I wasn't even confident in my stroke because so I had to do something about it. So I started intermittent fasting and get myself right. I had to. That's a part of being committed to your shit, your partner. The way you maintain your body is for your partner. If you got a partner, that's just my belief. So if my girl get big, I shouldn't have to tell you that you know what I'm saying? Because you didn't have to tell me. I know you didn't like it. Let me do something about it. That's just real. Just being real. Hey, what's up, Anita? How you doing, boo? Good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Oh, well, we all family now because we just talked about cleaning out for 15 minutes. On God. Hey, Nita. I hope you good. That's what I'm saying. But y'all, I'm going to keep it real with y'all.
They don't any longer.
The thing that seems to have led you to me is the car.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. Maybe a car like that was...
Ladies, when y'all look good to yourself, y'all the nastiest. Boy, y'all be wanting to goddamn be touched on and looked at and licked up. Y'all be wanting all that. When y'all been hitting that gym and that diet hitting right now, ass in how y'all wanted to see. Oh, we win. We win. Yo, man win. But y'all gonna come on that mother like, hey, babe, yeah, I've been working out. Show me, babe, what you been? Oh, this is what you been doing at the gym. Yeah, for sure.
Just seen in the area until you're checking out that lead. It's quite possible I was in the area. I could have been driving down that road right when it happened, which kind of scares me. Because what if they'd come out of the house and...
But adult red pill ass man be like, nah, I didn't meet her like that. Y'all stay away from them lanes.
Needed a getaway car and killed me for my car. That kind of makes me nervous. I probably won't drive around.
Yeah, that freaking dress, bro. Yeah.
This statement indicates that not only does he know the exact...
My favorite outfit, my girl wears that towel when I catch you at that shower. Yes, man. Yo, that's my favorite outfit. Everything else is just extra.
Area the police are referring to, but he won't go there again. This may have been a slip-up on his part, as Christopher was likely trying to convince the detectives that not only was he not involved in the crime, but he could have even potentially been the killer's next victim. However, in doing so, he seemingly confirmed that he had been in that area. In addition, asking the suspect to elaborate on their knowledge of the evidence is a common way to get them talking, and a possible opening for them to make mistakes.
Let's say you were on that road that night.
Assuming I was, that scares me shitless.
It should.
Because not only does it make me a suspect, obviously, since you're questioning me, but that really scares me that somebody who was willing to attack, even if they were just trying to get out of the house, a woman and a little girl, of course they're going to attack me for my car. Like, I've never had my car jacked, but I've been scared of it sometimes.
Apparently, while driving around on Saturday night, Christopher and Stephen traveled all the way to Mount Vernon. Christopher states that they eventually parked in a driveway down one of the back roads for a bathroom break, but he doesn't clearly remember where they were. Unsurprisingly, the detectives find this to be more than suspicious, but rather than confront Christopher just yet, they switch gears to a new topic: the gang. Stephen had recently formed the Disciples of Destruction, looking to achieve a sense of brotherhood along with financial...
Who said that earlier in the show? They said this was a gang initiation. Was it you, Muff? That was good detective work.
Prosperity. He recruited none other than Christopher, Billy, and Quinn, where the essential value...
She did steal that one. She stole that for sure. Definitely stole it. Whole scheme, the delivery, everything. Stole it from a small rapper, a small content creator. Y'all don't be thinking them big dogs be looking at y'all stuff. Trust me, it's happened several times on my occasions.
Of the group consisted of loyalty and violence, with the only way in being the commission of crime. The recruit would invade a house and dispose of anyone who may be...
Hey, nah, for real. Sometimes y'all want to be looking good, put on your lingerie, but baby, you just wasted 5 minutes. Now I gotta Because my favorite outfit is y'all. We love y'all birthday suit. For real. Absolutely.
Inside. Seeing as Christopher was having trouble at home, he wanted more than anything to be part of something where he could freely express himself. Christopher had been accusing his mother of emotional and physical abuse for quite some time, claiming that she would allegedly pin him to the floor and pop acne on his back, spank him, and require him to carry a vacuum around the house.
She would pin you to the floor and pop acne on your back. She probably was popping the pimples on your back. And she didn't pin you to the floor. You would get a spanking because your ass was bad. Man, they didn't want to be tricking around abuse, man. You was a bad kid. You got disciplined. Her mama she was a mother bird. She's picking her baby clean. My mama used to clean my ears out, and I got this little, like a pinhole in my ear. She used to get it all clean, like everything, all the time. She used to do that often. I told her she used to do the cleanse. So yeah, she was just being a mother bird. You telling her, stop, cut it out.
House. The accusations were never confirmed.
Hey, I ain't even gonna lie. I like when my gal put on some lingerie and send me the pictures or send me a video. Mine, but my favorite is, I'm telling you, let me come home and catch y'all naked. Boy, what? Through the fucking roof. Through the roof. Well,
but his mother did recall a time where she had spanked the child so hard with a wooden spoon.
High heel jumps. Yes, sir, ski. Turn around, babe.
That the utensil broke. She would later admit that she regretted losing her control, but has since denied any of the other allegations, and there is no evidence of them being true. Nonetheless, during his early teenage years, Christopher began to have dark and twisted fantasies about his mother, and wished that one day he would carry them out. Confessing his evil thoughts to a counselor at cadet camp, he supposedly stated his thoughts of wanting to cut his mother into pieces, and listen to her scream like I screamed. The counselor, horrified at what they'd heard, immediately notified Christopher's parents. They were absolutely shocked at the confession and didn't wait long to bring Christopher in for a psychological evaluation. The psychiatrist concluded that he'd been displaying traits of antisocial personality disorder, but was too young to be formally diagnosed. Despite the blood-curdling fantasies, the teenager was not considered a threat to society, or at least that's what was decided at the time. If these dark and twisted fantasies were expressed as just Christopher's
man, stop showing that man in his goddamn ROTC uniform, man. That man is a dweeb. Don't connect him with these servicemen, bro.
Angry thoughts towards his allegedly abusive mother, it would be difficult to have him committed to a psychiatric facility. In addition, inpatient psychiatric hospitalizations are typically...
He was seeing a therapist. If mama was so bad, holding you down and popping acne was such the abuse, they would have took your ass. They didn't take you, bro.
Limited to days or weeks at most. It's rare for patients to be committed for months at a time unless they have a very severe mental illness. So, although Christopher displayed all the signs of likely being a hazard to society, it's difficult for his parents, his counselor, or his psychiatrist to do anything to stop him.
That boy said he got whipped with a wooden spoon on the hand. That boy, I told you, y'all heard Jenny say when I with that paddle, my mom used to whip my head with that paddle.
From someday acting on those thoughts. Sadly, in many cases, it's only when the person acts that measures are taken to prevent them from harming others again. Angry and frustrated, it seems to be of excellent timing when he and Stephen had reconnected in 2009.
What would you do if Steve put you in a position, a pretty hairy predicament? Would you stop him or would you follow him?
I would stop him.
And deal with the consequences later?
I would definitely stop him, because I don't put up with stuff from anyone to a certain degree. If he's gonna smoke cigarettes and he's almost 18, I don't care.
We're not talking smoking cigarettes.
Oh yeah.
We're not talking drinking beer if you're underage.
No, I'm just using.
I'm talking serious stuff.
I don't think you really get the big picture. You are here for a reason, okay? You want to know what the other guys are talking about? They're not talking about cigarettes. So you better start thinking really hard and pull your head out of your behind and start telling us what happened on Saturday night, because it's not looking very good for you. People are talking about something different than what you are telling us. This was Saturday night. This wasn't 3 months ago Saturday night. This was Saturday night. It is Monday right now. There should be no question in your mind what you did. You just told us you don't use drugs. You don't drink.
No.
You have no reason to have this memory loss.
I just don't put anything into long-term memory unless it's important.
Let's take a deep breath and think long and hard about what happened Saturday night.
This is the prisoner's dilemma at play again, this time with Christopher being on the receiving end of it. He likely believes that his selective memory is a safe bet right now, as it leaves the door open for him to suddenly remember something later and adjust his story. However, what he doesn't seem to realize is that having a memory of extremes like this is highly suspicious. With this in mind, the detectives are hoping to back Christopher into a corner, but the teenager refuses to budge. Although this won't last for long.
Well, I can't tell you anything but what I think I did.
What you think you did? Don't tell me what you think you did. Tell me what you did, okay? Be a man and tell me what you did.
We got in the car.
They always challenge the manhood, don't they? They always challenge the manhood.
We left. I mean, we don't do anything on Saturday night.
And that usually gets the man to crack. What? Yeah. We don't like our manhood challenge.
Drive around.
The issue comes down to, what was your role in what happened Saturday night?
Do you really think we did that?
I think you know who did something. I think you know what went on there. I think you have knowledge about what went on.
Yes, Anita. She talking about one came up missing. Nah, she don't know what they did after he done threw that mud. Like, she don't know where it went when she had her legs in the air.
On there that can help us with our investigation.
Christopher's question stands out as a possible indication of deception. Someone who's being truthful is more likely to adamantly deny any involvement in a firm tone of voice. But Christopher's is weak, and his question is clearly lacking any actual denial. The detective is also using an alternative explanation that minimizes the suspect's role in the crime by asserting that Christopher has knowledge of it, but without accusing him of taking part in the act itself.
You guys really think that we did it, don't you?
You tell anyone you did it?
No.
No. You didn't tell anyone you did it.
Why would you
So if I told you someone is telling us right now that you told them that you cut that little girl's throat, that would be a lie.
That's a good question. I ain't hear about none of these young men having no daddies. I ain't hear about their daddies or nothing. DYC's just out here wild and free.
Yes.
That would be a lie.
I would never hurt a girl, let alone some little girl. That would be
Why that man sound like Michael Jackson?
Horrible.
Stop telling us, Chris, about why you guys went into that house. Because right now, it isn't a question if, it's a question why.
Right.
Stop talking to us.
We were just driving around.
Who?
Just me and Steve.
You and Steve. And what happened next?
Gary Owens, tell a story,
boy. We stopped maybe and took a break to pee, and then we got back in the car and drove around more.
See, here's the thing, Chris. You feel like you're giving us just enough to explain away what you think we might know.
That's another good
things
point.
That we might have.
If they were in the scouts, they may have.
And you're thinking that that's going to be enough where later on you can say, well, I told you that. Well, I said that.
Church
well,
and the Boy Scouts was doing
you do not know
some horrible things to these young YCs.
No,
rest assured.
What I know.
Rest assured, you do not know all that we know.
During the interrogation, one of the detectives has been stepping out of the room to retrieve information from the other interviews that are taking place with Billy, Quinn, Stephen, and Autumn. And little does Christopher know, his friends weren't as willing to conceal the truth.
It's okay.
Who is Autumn? I ain't hear about no Autumn in here now.
To tell the truth.
We heard Billy.
It's okay to say what happened, to tell the truth. Because society is going to draw its own version of this whole thing. They already have. You read the paper? You read the telegraph?
It's just a paragraph online.
You can't just pop a
if that's all you read, fine. But I bet in that one paragraph, you can sum up what the reporter's attitude about the whole thing is. There's some animal out there hacking people up, killing people in their own home in the middle of the night.
Killing peoples.
That's an animal. That's a killer.
Well, yeah.
That's someone that needs to be killed themselves. A guy like you, come on. You're not cruising yard sales on a weekend. Come on.
I do.
No, you're not. That jewelry is going to be traced back to that house. And we're going to check the records of anything else you pawned off. Because you even said they take your name, your license number, all that information. How much of that other jewelry and those other goods that you pawned off are going to come back to other burglaries? It was just that.
Damn,
simple burglaries.
The most I've done is I was like 9 years old. I tried to take a thing of Pokemon stickers from a KD Toys.
Stop minimizing. Stop. We're not talking smoking when you're under 18. We're not talking stealing Pokemon stickers. We're talking murder.
I don't do that.
We're talking murder.
You may not have, but someone in that house did. And you were there.
I was never in
You were there.
Investigators again pose the alternate theory that gives the appearance of minimizing the severity of the crime. This is meant in part to keep the suspect talking and eventually willing to admit to something, and eventually the truth of their role in the crime. Nonetheless, Christopher refuses to waver on his original story, invoking that as an Eagle Scout, murder is not a core value.
Chris, let me ask you this. You ever been to the Nashua River? Does that mean anything to you?
National River?
I don't know which river the Nashua River is.
Nashua River?
Been to the river lately?
Does
that mean anything to you? No.
I don't know.
No? You haven't been by a river lately?
Unless you're driving over one or walking.
Stop minimizing. Stop dancing around the issue. John has asked you a very specific question. Have you been to a river lately? Yes or no?
Fine, yes, I've been to the river.
See how easy that was?
Next to the hatch.
When was this?
I don't know.
2 nights ago?
Maybe yesterday we went and got.
Where did you go to the river for, Chris?
Today.
Where'd you go by the river for?
I parked.
What'd you throw in the river, Chris? What did you throw in the river? What was thrown in the river, Chris?
I didn't throw anything in the river.
What was thrown in the river? I didn't ask if you did. What was thrown in the river?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I didn't throw anything in the river.
You're lying, Chris.
I don't know.
You're lying. We have evidence. You're lying. You know what happens to people who slice little girls in prison? You know what happens to them? Do you know?
Or they had a crush on her and she was that's why they started having a dick measuring contest to see who she would go for.
I've never been to prison.
Yeah? Well, you know what? You're going to find out. My God, what were you thinking?
He pissed off.
What were you thinking when you were hatching away at her? Hacking away at her. Hearing her scream. Were you smiling? You were smiling, weren't you? You are that sick. You are that sick animal that went in there with the sole purpose carrying that shit. Because the other guys might have thought it was just a burglary. They're just going to skim a little jewelry, go make a little cash, be done with it. But you went in there with another plan. You went in there to kill. You liked it. That rush, that adrenaline dump. You liked it. Until the lights came on. Reality hit. You saw the damage you had done.
The detectives have shifted from placing the blame on Stephen to making Christopher the actual ringleader.
I'm talking about Autumn, the girl Autumn.
They've tried playing him as the victim who simply followed along, but since that tactic didn't work, their next option is to evoke anger or guilt in hopes that he will tell the truth. It's possible that the investigators believe that he's the psychopathic mastermind and that calling him out on it would appeal to his nature. Trying to paint him as a follower if he is the leader would, after all, be an insult to him.
She said that shoe got lost. You ain't lose it. You got thrown when you was doing the challenge, when you was doing your thing. Yeah.
Given that opportunity, would you offer an apology to that little girl for what happened?
Would you offer an apology to that little girl for what happened? I guess we're going to find out tomorrow. Because my Comcast still ain't doing right, y'all. I mean, my internet. But it is Thursday, so be thankful. We got tomorrow. It is Friday. It is Friday. It is Friday tomorrow. We have made it to the end of the week. The last day is payday. HR will be in the building, so y'all make sure y'all get right. Tap into my girl Modest Moments. You know she going up tomorrow. Fridays belong to Bandcamp. I expect you all to be there. I will be there if God willing. If I get to see 6 p.m. tomorrow Central Time, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. Get in there. Get in there. Tap into that boy, Young Tay White. Y'all messing with it, y'all. I ain't see y'all going there and comment on 6 videos, and y'all promised me y'all was gonna do that. I ain't see y'all yet, so I want to see y'all today. Find y'all 6 videos, comment on there. We almost to our 200th video. We actually got our 200th video. I just gotta edit it and drop it. But thank y'all for being y'all. Tapping with my girl Modesty. Follow Grown Folk Talk because we popping back out Monday. I'm back, and I'm ready before I hit that West Coast again. Tap in with your boy Uno. I owe y'all. I definitely owe y'all. Last night I was spending some time with my son. But I got some stuff I want to talk about. I want to talk about Nelly and Ashanti little situation. Couple other things, man. Tonight, come kick it with your boy. 9:15. Uno does the internet. I want to see y'all there tonight. It's a little pregame before we go to the band camp tomorrow. Hey, if y'all don't hear nothing I tell y'all in these podcasts, always remember the boy Uno love y'all. And we're gonna tap back in with the Boy Scouts in the games. Part 2 tomorrow to close out the week. And you know we're gonna have a little overtime. We might have a little overtime Saturday. I might be going to get both, one or the other. Hey man, I love y'all, man. Have a great day. Be a blessing to somebody.
Here this morning, police are looking for a suspect.
The only detective agency capable of handling these grotesque and obscene cases. Look no further than the Ones Detective Agency, where evidence does not matter. We lock you up and figure it out later.
Hey, what's up?
The Ones Detective Agency, with your captain, Uno the One.